Finally, hello, hi everyone. I'm like CC Pennison over here. Finally, it has happened to me right in front of my face. Yeah, anyway. Honey, this is for the baklava that I'm making tonight. Oh my God, I will give you a couple of these, but this is for the baklava that I'm making. This is for the baklava. Here, take a few cashews. You just ate, yeah. Good evening, you guys. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here. I know that this is really not good notice or whatever. I tried to come back as soon as I could after earlier today. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get in here and we're going to get started. I'm going to be doing a all signs reading. So each individual sign will get your own reading. Okay. So I'm going to do that for home buying or property buying. This is going to be for whatever time frame, which is why I did not specify one. Okay. Let's say within the next 3 months, going up to the next 3 months, I'm going to be looking at you guys at everybody's home buying, stuff or plan or whatever. So, especially this is going to be for those of you that probably want to buy a house. You don't have to necessarily be at the same level where I am at in buying a house, but I am in the process of purchasing a home. I realize that there are certain political reasons why a lot of African American people would not want to buy a house because they feel like, oh, we may go back to Africa soon, or, Jesus might come back. So why even buy one? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to mock religion or anything, but well, I am actually. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you would think that that would just be an easy thing, easy peasy mentally. Oh, great. I'm at the point where I want to purchase a home. And yeah, but then you always have to hear the negative. As a Black person, you can't ever just have anything positive. It's always negative. Everything that you do, everything that you look at, it's draining, which is why I don't deal with a lot of people, period. Okay. Where I am at in the home buying process, well, you guys know I'm self-employed. So this may be for those of you that are self-employed or those of you that have jobs. Doesn't matter. Different scenarios are probably going to come up. I am a Cancer with a Leo rising and a Virgo moon. Okay, I've got a lot of Taurus in my chart, got a lot of Earth in my chart. So for me, where I am at in the home buying process is my credit is climbing. I just received one of my credit cards in the mail today. So, by the time I sign for the house, my credit score will be nice and chunky. And I decided to do that because the house that I want, first of all, the type of house that I want is extremely hard to come by, especially in the area. So, of course, you guys know that I always have to do things complicated. I can't never just do things easily. Jacob, honey, those nuts are for the baklava. Those are for the baklava that I'm making tonight. Where are you taking the nuts? I'm making baklava tonight, y'all. I got the phyllo dough, the honey, and the nuts, and the baby is trying to take the nuts upstairs. Don't eat them all. Don't eat them all, okay? Just eat a few of them. Because I need like a pound of nuts. Anyway, y'all. So that's what I've been dealing with, guys. And I have, so the one thing that I will tell you that if you're self-employed and you've started to make money being self-employed, the one thing that I will tell you is to not even stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Okay? Hold on a second. I knew something was off. Give me a second. Hold on. Hey! 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 What's going on with the margaritas though? Okay. So, you feel good. You got your little hands good. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I had to make sure that somebody was coming in here to, and we're gonna have some margaritas because y'all know it's Friday. What was I saying before I left? So sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Where am I at in the home buying process? The one thing that I will tell you, self-employed people, do not stress yourself if you're making more or if you made more this year and you didn't and okay, so let's say that the year before you made less, and let's say that you started making more, which I believe is everybody's like rite of passage when they are doing their own business. But I think that what you should do is try not to stress yourself. And because a lot of the lenders, they want to see your taxes. They want you to file your taxes. They want whatever you show on your taxes is what they're going to go by. So if you're self-employed and you make 100,000 a year and you decide, oh, I don't want to report all of this to the IRS, well, that's going to affect you when you're trying to buy a home. So just make sure that you report all of your earnings. And if you make more that following year and you're in that year and you're like, okay, I got 50,000 or I got 30,000 or I got 12,000 or whatever you got towards the down payment, a lot of them are still going to want you to see what is on the taxes, especially for the FHA loan, because that is a federal government home buying loan. Okay. So just to let you guys know that so that you don't stress yourself over it. There's other options. You can do lease to purchase programs, but there's companies. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second and I'll get it for you. There's companies that we don't have any ice cream. What ice cream are you talking about? Okay, give me a second. Go get my nuts and bring my nuts back in here. Okay, good. They're right there. Okay. So I'm sorry, Jacob is right now randomly asking me for things, even though he just ate dinner and he had a snack a little while earlier. So hit the thumbs up on your way in, guys. So there are still people in this world that do things underground. And there are some people that have the attitude, even though legally all women and black people have the right to purchase homes, there are people out there that will try to discriminate against black people in the home buying process, as well as women. Okay. So the mortgage industry tightened itself up anyway. And let me just tell you guys about my house and why I even decided to purchase a home. Because to be honest with you, I really had not been thinking about it, but it was kind of like fate. So I was thinking about moving last year and I was looking on this apartment rental website and I discovered this beautiful lake house. It just, for some reason, it just felt like I should be living there, right? So I go and I look at the house and I really love it. But I find out that the person that posted it on the website was actually scamming. However, the house was still for rent, but it was for rent by a rental place. Well, at the time last year, I didn't qualify to rent it from them. There was a couple of reasons why I didn't qualify. Number one was there was a couple of different reasons why I didn't qualify. Okay. But one of them was an old debt that I had to pay off, which I have since paid off. And then, after going through that experience, after seeing what I wanted, going through that experience, then I realized, okay, it's time for me to buckle down. And what I did was I buckled down, and not only did I increase my income probably quadruple times, I increased my income times six this year, compared to where it was last year. And instead of me earning, what I earned last year, this year I did six figures. Okay. So as a witch, I earned six figures. Now, a lot of you are saying, oh, she's not supposed to earn that much as a witch. She's supposed to be the bottom of the barrel, a scavenger. Well, I am also very, very, very spiritually gifted. My readings are very accurate. I am very well known. And so it makes sense for me to make that amount. And that's literally not even what I plan on making, because I'm innovating. I'm innovating. Okay. So very soon there will be a metaphysical spa where people can go and get massages. They can go and get hexes removed from them. They can go and get acupuncture. They can come and get hydrotherapy. They can get a reading from me. So I will have, hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. Jacob wants to randomly ask me for stuff. So give me a second. He wants ice cream. I gotta give him ice cream or he will never stop bothering me about it. Bear with me. I had no idea that he would want ice cream. And so here we go. So just bear with me, y'all. I do have kids. And I think Jacob is letting everybody know that he is here and that he wants ice cream. All right, get ready. Get your phone. Yeah, eat that off his phone. Okay, here's your ice cream, sir. Thank you. Let me finish this reading, okay? Because people really want this reading. They want their reading, okay? Thank you. Yeah. See, Jacob is smart. He's like, let me get my stuff now so that I can. He's up there eating a big old bowl of ice cream. Oh, shoot. So, yeah, and I'm about to make that baklava in just a minute. So I'll probably be live on the other channel just to let you guys know while I make baklava. I do like live cooking vlogs, okay? So yeah, so you guys will be able to see me, and you'll be able to see, me in the kitchen. I'm not gonna be hiding nothing. You get to see my fat rolls and everything, okay? So y'all can go over there to that channel. And so yeah, happy Friday to you guys. I thought I would do this reading for everybody because I want to see where everybody is in the home buying process, because purchasing your home is very important. Okay, especially if you are an empathic person or if you are a very particularly sensitive person. If you are a very picky person, I know that for me, I am very picky. I like my stuff to be right. I don't like for things to be broken. I don't like for things to be breaking down. So, um, so here's the thing when it comes to home buying. You're either going to be qualifying for a regular loan, you can get a renovation loan. Usually, if you are looking at an FHA finance loan, your credit score is going to need to be, I think, 580 and above. Now, there are places that will finance you for less than that if you can prove your income, but you are going to be paying a very high interest rate, and you'll probably be trying to get refinanced, or something like that. So, for me, the property that I am getting it needs to be renovated. Okay. And so I decided to it doesn't need to be renovated. It actually has a leaky roof. It's a beautiful home. It really is. It's got some of the best views that I have seen of the lake, and it just needs some TLC because it's been getting rented out by a company that's owned it that didn't give a damn about it. So the house kind of reminds me of myself a little bit, okay? So I said, damn it, I want this house. This is the house that I want. And you know what? It's so much space. It's sitting on like an acre that I could even add on to it. I could add on to it if I wanted to make the living room bigger or the dining room bigger. I could make the house bigger if I wanted to. It's got a beautiful deck on it. It just needs a thank you, Jarkeisha. It just needs a little bit of work and a little bit of TLC. It's gonna definitely need probably some mold remediation, and so that's why I'm gonna do that. And so that's why I decided to wait until because your credit score has to be at least 640 and above, and I am working towards that. It typically takes about, sometimes depending on what your credit situation is, a year to get your credit together. But my credit score is going to go up a whole lot because I've got credit cards and I'm going to be making payments on, and that's how you get your credit score up. Paying off your debts, and getting some kind of revolving credit, because that will. So yeah, so I'm excited about purchasing a home. If I find something better than that I feel a connection with, but for me, this one is the one that I want. For some reason, this is what I want. And then, yeah, so that's what's up with that. And those properties are very hard to come by. Well, they're not hard to come by. I'm not trying to move an hour away from here because everybody I know is in this area. So again, I'm not going to make my enemies make me scurry around. Oh, I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm gonna move 1 hour over here where I gotta keep starting over and over again. So I've made friends over in this area. Okay, so I'm not gonna just leave this area completely. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna get somewhere close by. So, and so that's my individual personal situation. And if the reading jives with that, I'm a Cancer, Leo, Virgo, then it just does. If not, then this is for you guys, and it's for me as well, because it really does help me a whole lot. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Of course. Yeah. All right, let's call to the spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels. What messages do you have for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces? Congratulations. Congratulations for getting a new house. What messages do you have for everybody about their home buying? Where are they at? What messages do you have about home purchasing? What advice do you want to give to everybody about purchasing their first home? Now, we're going to go up to about 3 months from now, because that's when I expect to close on my house, is in about 3 months. So you always want to plan stuff like that ahead of time. Okay, plan that stuff ahead of time, guys. Don't ever rush and do anything. Do things slowly, because what I ran into was that I found the home that's perfect and the location is perfect. And, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I didn't tell you guys the whole story. So I went to look at this house, right? And I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my God, this house is so perfect for me, right? So I go and I attempt to rent it, because at first it was for rent. Well, for some reason I got denied, and I told you guys why. Well, you know what I did? I did a spell so the house could become for sale, and it worked. Like about 3 months, like about 4 to 5 months later, after my spell work, I found the house was for sale. Can you believe it? Now, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited and shit. So I go to look at it again for the second time, and the damn roof is leaking. So now I'm kind of stuck with this house, right? And I'm not going to just abandon it because I think that there was a series of events, including the storms that came through. And so it's kind of like keeping the house empty and at bay until I'm ready to make my offer, because I'm not quite ready to make my offer because I'm not going to go into nothing like with some BS. I ain't trying to overpay for nothing. I'm trying to get the best deal for my house because when you buy your house, you're supposed to be, literally relaxing. And when you have bad terms on your house, then you're paying a whole bunch of money that you don't necessarily have to. And then you're just trying to get refinanced, right? Anyway, so I do a spell to rent the house. And so when I realized that, and I didn't qualify to rent it. I didn't. At that point, I didn't. I do now, but at that point, I didn't. Okay. Because it was the beginning of the year. Well, I go and I look and the house is for sale, and I go and look at it and the roof is leaking. So nobody really wants to buy it and nobody is going to buy it because I did spell work to keep any potential buyers away from it. And my spell is working. The house has been sitting on the market for quite some time with a leaky roof. So we're going to get an offer put in very, very soon. Like ASAP, an offer is going to go in because the current owners, they really don't want to fix it unless they have an offer. So that leaves me because nobody is crazy enough to buy that house in the condition that it's in. Only me. Most people want something that's in move-in condition. Well, for me, I know it's not in move-in condition because I did it. I'm the one that did the spell on it. So now I've got to go in there and I've got to fix it, which means that I have to qualify for a renovation loan. And I will. But when you're self-employed, your income, in order for me to qualify, because my income does qualify, I got to file my taxes. So that's where a lot of you are going to run into. Everybody has the same, everybody has to qualify the same. As a witch, I could produce, here's the thing. It's kind of like as a witch, yeah, I could choose certain things. I can make sure, but there's certain things that, especially when it comes to buying real estate, you can't just go out frilly nilly willy and go, oh, I've got all this money and I want to buy a house. Well, no, if you want to get a loan from a bank, you've got to have all of your paperwork. That's what it is about. I could possibly go and I could definitely do that. But for me, again, I don't want to, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So that's what we're working on. And because I've already got an approval, I just have to, I have to do some things before I'm able to do it. So that's coming like in the next 2 to 3 months. And so that's the house that I'm planning on purchasing. Like I said, it's been sitting empty because of that thing. And then also because of the spell work that I did. So the spell work that I did must have been way too strong because it did kind of poke a hole in the roof. So it may have already been that way, or it could have been other unforeseen circumstances, but whatever it is, it's keeping people from purchasing it. So then I guess I wouldn't call that necessarily just looking at it from a witchcraft standpoint, like a lot of people would consider that to be Oh my God, your spell backfired. Well, no, it didn't. It didn't backfire because it's going to get fixed, trust me. But it's going to hold other buyers out because if the house didn't have that problem, somebody would have been done bought that house. So, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go in, fix the roof. We're going to do the mold remediation, make sure that the air quality is safe, and even replace all of the ducts in the house. I'm going to like really, really put a lot of money into it, as well as putting a really nice water filter in. So these are things that I've been saying that I'm going to do, and that's why I'm not rushing and just like, oh, I'm just going to go in and rush into it. No. So it's the property is perfect for me. It's the perfect location, and that's what I'm doing. So let's see where you guys are at. Spirits, what messages do you have? Okay. So it is going to be a very interesting story. I also want to turn the wood burning fireplace into a fireplace that you just flip the switch. So I'm going to completely renovate that house, and it's going to be beautiful. Okay, it's going to be beautiful. All right, let's see what the spirits got for you guys though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you guys need any work done in that capacity, you guys can contact me. The same thing that happened to me is not going to necessarily happen to you. I think that was probably Mama Yemiya, or either, because I swear to you, every time I go and look at the house, like Yemiya is just all over. And it's a very big lake. It's a very big lake. Okay, and I will have deep water access to the lake. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I don't have to rush to go anywhere. Okay. Let's see what you guys got. Aries, you guys got the 5 of Swords. So a lot of you Aries, you want to purchase a house, but there is an issue with your credit. And then a lot of you Aries may have the same issue that I ran into, which is being self-employed. If you are self-employed, like I said, it can, the home buying process can be a little bit more difficult for people who are self-employed, unless unless you've made and saved. Because for me, I spend a lot of money. I make a lot of money, but I spend a lot of money because I have children to feed. And, I spend a lot of money. So unless you have managed to like save about $250,000 for you to pay cash for a house, then you're probably trying to get financed. And I feel like you're running into an issue as far as with home buying. In fact, what I can see is March. I feel like in March, things are going to be a lot better for you as far as with the home buying process. Let me see what's going on, because you guys got the 5 of Swords. So I feel like for a majority of the Aries, and then also you can tell that a lot of you Aries, you probably have relationships with people and they don't want to buy a house. They want to keep renting. So it's either a financing problem, or it's either you're dealing with somebody that wants to keep renting. They don't want to buy a house. Or maybe like for a lot of you Aries, you may have inherited some property and your significant other is like, what the hell? Like, let's just stay here. It's cheap. So you're dealing with El Cheapo, probably. Let me throw some other cards. I'm going to clarify with my other deck. Spirits, give me some clarity for the Aries. So I feel like it's either that or that. Yep, Page of Wands reverse, Page of Swords reverse, and the 8 of Wands upright. These are your 2 issues right here. Whoever this Page of Wands is and whoever this Page of Swords is. Okay? Now, you may be this Page of Wands. Feel like a lot of you, some of y'all need to really, really stop telling y'all business. And I'm talking about stop giving out the addresses. Y'all giving out addresses and stuff. Why you giving out addresses and why you giving out too much? You giving out way too much information, Aries. You giving out way too much. And a lot of y'all want to rent. Then I can see somebody contacting your landlord, Aries. Somebody's contacting your landlord. Somebody is trying to throw a monkey wrench in your home buying plans. Someone's trying to do it. I can tell these two people right here. Very childish, very immature. I feel like, now this could be yourself, like I said, but this right here is somebody altogether different. I know it for a fact. So this person is constantly saying negative things to you about your plans. You keep telling this person about your plans. You need to stop doing that. In fact, you need to really, really move on past this person. It's something that you're not seeing. There's that, and like I said, I can see you realizing this already, but I feel like whatever it is that's going on with this person, I feel like you're going to end up having to wait until like March to even get, like, if you're trying to purchase a home, I feel like March is when I can see you actually closing on a home. It would be March because I feel like it's going to be prolonged. And then also I can see like a small fire happening for some of you. And so you may be trying to sell your current home, or maybe there was some kind of fire that happened. And so a lot of you are going to see more movement on that. I'm seeing March of next year. Okay. But right now, there's way too many people that are, I feel like there's people, what I can sense is that whoever these people are, they are able to cause a lot of issues with your moving plans or your home buying plans. Okay. So you need to really and I kind of feel like it could be somebody like either your mother, brother, sister, it could be somebody that's around the same age or younger than you, because they seem to be kind of immature. Okay. The reason why a lot of people discourage that is because they believe in making other people rich. So basically what you're doing when you do pay rent is you're making your landlord rich. It's basically what you're doing. And after you've done that for so long, it's time to stop. It's time to start, investing in your own future. Okay. And that's kind of ridiculous for people to discourage that. I feel like for a lot of you Aries, you want to do it, but there's been some people that have been trying to give you this advice, and it's really nothing but a bunch of negativity because they don't want you to branch out on your own. They don't want you to have that freedom. When you own your own home, you do have a great deal of freedom. You do. When someone else owns your home, you're literally like when you're renting from somebody else, you're literally like their bitch or something. Seriously. So, this is part of the reason why you've been feeling the way that you've been feeling. You're having problems with your landlord or either your roommate. Even if you buy a little small house or condo, you should do it. Now, I would be concerned about purchasing something that you possibly can't sell. But I will tell you that I do home selling spells for people. Just like I do home buying. And I told y'all my house is still empty because I did a spell on it to keep it empty. So I guess Spirit said, well, this is the only way they can do it because ain't nobody buying it. And don't nobody want it except for me. So, okay. Moving on to the Tauruses. And I am going to do a timestamp. I'm going to write down my timestamps for you guys. 3442 for the Tauruses. Okay, you guys got the 3 of Cups. So I can definitely see a lot of you Tauruses closing on houses within the next 3 months. A lot of you Tauruses are going to be closing on houses. Also, if you guys are trying to purchase a house immediately, I can see a lot of you. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see what the hell is going on. What is it? What are you yelling for? Who is yelling? Nobody was yelling. That's so weird. I'm hearing shit. I'm hallucinating. Never mind, y'all. I could hear somebody calling me. Somebody was calling me and shit. Hold on. Y'all gotta excuse me. Sometimes I be hearing like shit auditorially when I'm doing readings. So y'all can feel free to chat it up if y'all want. Okay. So the Tauruses, I feel like a lot of you Tauruses are that you either just possibly just moved, or I feel like I can see you getting financed. So a lot of you Tauruses are going to be getting financed on a home. I feel like you guys are going to um, feel like a lot of you are being financed. Like within the next 3 months, I can see a lot of Tauruses, in particular Taurus women, purchasing a home just because of the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is feminine energy. I can see a lot of you being really happy in your home, and I can see a lot of you Tauruses moving near water. Just because of this Three of Cups, I don't know why I can see that. I can see a lot of you moving to houses with pools, or I can see a lot of you moving to houses with really pretty whirlpool bathtubs and stuff. I can see a couple of you Tauruses getting a nice house with a whirlpool, like, or either a pool outside or either by a lake or something like that. And that makes a lot of sense because I know that for me, I have a lot of Taurus in my chart. So that would make a lot of sense because I know that a lot of the Tauruses that I know, they are very, very sensitive. And a lot of the Tauruses that I know, they are very sensitive spiritually to the point where they can read minds. So, my Venus is in Taurus, I think. So I can see a lot of that happening for you guys. So I feel like a lot of you Tauruses. Then another thing, what I will tell you is that I can sense a lot of you possibly feeling as though you wouldn't qualify for a house, but I feel like you should go ahead and try because literally your credit is probably just about as good. It's probably at that point to where a creditor could say to you, well, hey, listen, I just need for you to get your credit score up just a few more points and then everything else looks good. So I feel like you guys are going to get some kind of good news when it comes to that. Okay. Especially if you just recently applied for, like a home loan. I can definitely see the approvals coming through for a lot of you Tauruses. Okay. All right. Moving on to the Gemini. See, that was quick. The Tauruses was quick. All right, Gemini 3856. Okay. You guys got the Two of Wands. So for the Geminis, again, I feel as though I can see a lot of you, either you are looking into the prospect of home buying or you are entering into home buying contracts because the Two of Wands does represent some sort of contract or agreement. Okay. So I do feel as though a lot of you are going to be getting financed within the next couple of months. Also, for a lot of you Geminis, don't discount I feel like spirits want you to go ahead and apply at a place that is going to approve you and you probably didn't think they would, but they actually are going to approve you. So I feel like you should look into that like within the next, I say, couple of months. Okay. A lot of you, I can see a lot of the Geminis being approved and purchasing homes. And I do feel as though there is some sort of difficulty or struggle that's coming from the Geminis. Like, for example, a lot of you may have had a hard time. Um, maybe a lot of you it may have taken you a while to get. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Now I got a kid actually crying. Hold on. Now the baby done woke up, the baby crying and stuff. Okay, so Geminis, I feel like you guys are going to be purchasing homes within the next couple of months. Okay, I can see a lot of you doing that either the next couple of months or the next couple of years. I feel like if you guys are wondering if you are going to be financed, I feel like you are going to get approved for getting financed, and it may be sooner than you think. I can see a company that you are going to find that is going to finance you probably within the next couple of weeks, or maybe even by like before the holidays. Hello, Sharia. Hello, welcome. All right, spirit guides, ancestors, give me some clarity for the Geminis. Yep. Yep, you guys got the seven of coins in the reverse position. So I feel like a lot of you Geminis were having trouble finding somebody to finance you, but it's going to come through. And then also I can see some sort of some sort of good luck in financial, some money coming through. And there's going to be some change. The Knight of Wands is bringing change. Okay. So yeah, I can definitely see that happening. So a lot of you that are having issues being financed, keep looking and keep trying, and you're going to find that particular person or that particular company that has underwriters that are going to approve you, Gemini. Okay. So you guys need to know that I see that happening within the next 3 weeks. And I can definitely see some change coming by Christmas for a lot of you Geminis. I can see you guys living in your new places by Gemini, by not Gemini, by Christmas as well, which is pretty good. So that's what's up for the Geminis. Because I'm telling you, boy, um, it can be frustrating trying to find financing, especially if you don't have all of the money to put down on the houses, okay, or on the house that you want. Um, Cancer. I think the vacuum is either upstairs or okay. Oh, the dustpan? It's in here. I don't know exactly. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so Cancers, you guys got the 10 of Wands. So a lot of you Cancers, I feel strongly that a lot of you Cancers that are trying or attempting to purchase home, your efforts are being suppressed or oppressed. Big time. I can see it being oppressed and repressed by either family members Definitely can see that there is an energy, something energetically that is working against you, Cancer, to try to make things more difficult or to make things harder on you. Okay. So I definitely can see that purchasing a home is somewhat of a challenge for a lot of you Cancers right now. So I am going to throw some cards at that. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for the Cancers for this 10 of Wands? A lot of you Cancers, I can see you closing on your house within the next 10 weeks. Okay, 10 weeks up to, and to be honest with you, it was supposed to have been in October. Spirit, give me some clarity on the 10 of Wands. Okay. 9 of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Coins. Let's keep going. 8 of Swords reversed. So, Cancer, you've got yourself an issue here. You've got a fire sign here. This person seems to be throwing some really, there's some fear. There's fear surrounding your home buying plans. And I feel strongly that whoever this King of Swords is, this has got to either be your mother, your father, or either your ex-boyfriend. Whoever they are definitely trying to oppress you. They're trying to put all sorts of ideas into your head to try to discourage you. The Queen of Coins is trying to control your mind, trying to possibly either distract you. The 8 of Swords is reversed. Whoever this King of Wands and this Queen of Coins is, I feel like they want to keep you in some kind of mental bondage. They want you to be in some kind of mental bondage. Now, keep in mind when you buy your house, you know that y'all remember when slaves wasn't able to buy their house? You know, slaves couldn't own property. Well, you know, there's some people that still think in those terms. And even though slavery has been abolished, we still have people that practice slavery illegally, whether or not it's some sort of mental slavery, spiritual slavery. Spiritual slavery goes on a lot. So I can definitely see a couple of people with an invested interest of keeping you from purchasing a home. Number one is your landlord. And then this person right here just wants to have some sort of level of control over you. So I feel like a lot of you Cancers, your home buying plans or even home moving are being oppressed because somebody wants you exactly where they want you. They want you to be in bondage. They want you to stay right there where you're at so that they can know where you're at. But you know what? Don't you have the right to privacy, Cancer? Does your ex or whoever this person is, do they have the right to get into your business and tell you what the hell you should be doing? No. I can see that it's so weird how you guys' reading matches my circumstances. So I cannot believe that it's almost like talking to myself. It's so weird. Look, don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. You need to understand that you can't go into it thinking, you know, with negativity, negative thoughts. You've got to think positive. And you've got to lay down and sow your seeds with that positive energy. You don't want that negative energy looming over you. So what you need to do is you need to release that negative energy, Cancer, because for some reason, a lot of you Cancers are thinking, oh, will I make it? Oh, I don't think I'll make it. I think that I'll do bad at it. I think that, you know, I'll get foreclosed on. But if you think that way, then that's what's going to happen. So you gotta stop with the limited belief system or the limited thinking. Okay. When you purchase a home, you're going to have private mortgage insurance, and you're also going to have, you'll want to make sure that you have You'll want to make sure that you have a warranty, some sort of home warranty, okay, that you get. And for some reason, you're not being given the right information. You are being oppressed. Somebody wants your sweet, sweet Cancer energy in their grasp. This person, whoever this is. Okay. Now, some of you that can't afford to purchase homes, or you feel like you can't afford to purchase homes, you need to come out of that, because your money comes from your mind. So if you can't afford to purchase a home, and like literally, guys, you can purchase even the smallest little tiniest property. You can do that. No matter how much money you make, don't psych yourself out and be psyched into renting so that people can control you, because I can definitely see where you want you want to either move, buy a house or something. You want something larger. You're feeling very much closed in. You're feeling boxed in. You're feeling claustrophobic, and see, Cancers usually have children. Oh, you're a Capricorn? Okay. So Cancers tend to have a lot of children, and you need more space for your children. That's not doing you any good. You need to spread your wings and fly away, Cancer. Quit being scared. Quit thinking that you can't do it. Also, I feel as though with a lot of you Cancers, there is sort of a it's a generational curse. And see, generational curses can start with your mother. Generational curses can start one generation above you. So a lot of you Cancers are dealing with a situation to where everybody in your family, they just always rent everything. Okay. And that's not a good thing to do. You'd be surprised at how renting is not only making you poor, but it's also kind of making you sick, because a lot of these landlords are not going to take care of their properties the way you are. I feel like a lot of you Cancers have been reacting to, to negative frequencies that are in your house. And then also I can sense either rodents or either mold keeping you up, or something going on. Your neighbors might be keeping you up. Looking for hope in my troubles. No job since July. Me and my family have no house now. I'm working on some things, but I don't know what will happen. I'm scared. I'm Gemini, born June 11th, 76. Please help me. Um, Alexander the First. I just did Gemini, so if you go back to 3856, I will post the things for Gemini. You gotta for me, what I'll say to the Gemini and the Cancers is that y'all do have to be stronger, and you cannot allow people to psych you out to make you think that you can't do it. And so that's what's stopping you. That right there is probably what's stopping you. And then also there may be some bills. You need to pay off some debts, Cancer. Believe it or not, paying off your debts, it does raise up your credit score, and it does get rid of bad karma and bad credit. So go ahead and pay off some of them debts, and then you'll be ready to buy a house. I'll say either within 10. Now, for some of you Cancers, I can see some of you possibly getting financed within the next 10 days. But I say 10 days to 10 months for some of you Cancers, because some of you guys are being totally oppressed. Yeah, you can contact me below if you guys need financial advice as far as like with what you're dealing with, because I mean, at the very basis, I've always been able to keep a roof over my head, but it's something that you want. Like, you should want more. You should want to manifest more in your life. because, especially, my goodness, I can't even imagine the money manifestation when you purchase a home. It's just, I mean, I can't imagine it. I can see it. How how it seems like money manifestation, combined with home buying is like so powerful together. Yeah, it's okay for you to go ahead and blend them up. Huh? Mm. Yeah, I probably should have ordered some ice, huh? So, Cancer, you guys got some oppression that's happening, okay? And you probably need to get a generational hex removed, okay? Yeah. Hey, Saja. Hello. We are moving on to the Leos. Leos got 5606. Okay. Leo's got the Three of Pentacles. So you guys are definitely, I can see heavy energy around either being approved for a home loan or either manifesting money. Okay. Three of Pentacles comes up for the Leos. So a lot of you Leos, I can definitely see, like I said, I'll say like within, some of you Leos are moving into your new homes in the next 3 days as far as with home purchasing and home buying. Some of you are moving it within 3 weeks and some of you within 3 months. This is a very good sign. A lot of you, if you're wondering where you're going to get the money from for the down payment, you're going to get the money. You're going to get the money for the down payment. Okay. You're going to get all of that. I can see money coming to you. The Three of Coins is a very positive card for the Leos to get. Okay. Very, very good card to get for the Leos. So I'm going to say that yes, if a lot of you Leos are wondering, oh my God, will I get financed? What is going to happen? Am I approved? I can see a lot of approvals for a lot of you Leos out there as far as with home buying, and then also money. I can see your money growing. I can see growth coming, as well as possibly starting your own business, or some of you have just recently started your own businesses. And, a lot of you are trying to get like asset loans and stuff like that. I can see approvals coming for you, okay, for the Leos. Okay. I'd say within 3 days to 3 months. Okay. That was quick. Let's move on to the Virgos. Shout out to the Virgos. 5825. That way you don't have to ask yourself anymore, because all of your friends are saying to you, you're not going to get approved. They're not going to do anything. You're going to do this and you're going to do that. Well, then after this reading, do you have any more doubts in yourself? And Cancer, y'all need some help. The Cancers do need some help. If you're that sensitive to where you are allowing someone to literally, sorry guys, hold on. Cool beans. Margarita time. Virgos, you guys got the Knight of Cups. So I feel like a lot of you Virgos are either refinishing your bathrooms in your house, or either you're expanding. The Knight of Cups could represent a lot of you Virgos possibly moving next to water. It would make a lot of sense for water signs as well as earth signs to get next to water. That makes a lot of sense. Earth signs, they need water. And water people need water too. Everybody needs water. So I can tell, but I am going to throw some cards around the Virgo, around this Knight of Cups to see what this is about. So I'm going to ask Spirit Guides, give me some clarity on this Nine of Cups for the Virgos. Okay. So Virgos, you guys got the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands reversed, and the Page of Swords upright. And then after that was the Empress. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. You do have a fire sign right here. This person is going backwards in life. This person seems to be going backwards. Okay. The Page of Swords comes up because this represents change. I do see some sort of blessings of abundance coming to the Virgos. And then I also do see definitely a yes. I feel like you're going to get some sort of, especially if you're trying to get financed on a home, I feel like some of you are going to get a no, but then I can see a yes coming to you guys as far as with, getting financed or either getting money. So I do kind of see things maybe possibly going a little slow for you right now, Virgo, but I can definitely see stuff picking up for you. I say within the next 8 days, or 8 weeks. Okay. Or it could be 8 months, depending on where you're at. But for this Empress card to come up next to the Page of Swords, I can see that you guys are going to get some sort of approval very soon. Okay, especially with the Empress coming up, because the Empress does represent abundance, property, and I do see a very nice home for a lot of you Virgos. I see a very nice home. A lot of you Virgos are purchasing homes with pools, whirlpool tubs. I can also see boats and stuff. Like a lot of you Virgos are like, you're like next to water and not just a lake. Like some of you, it's the lake. Well, not just a lake. A lake is pretty good. I like lake houses better than ocean front. But I can see a lot of you Virgos moving to some sort of ocean front property, or either lakefront, or with some sort of waterfront property, or either I can see you getting a pool, or either I can see it just being decorated. Like I feel like I can see a lot of you doing some sort of renovation also, or maybe you may be renovating your current house, but I can see a lot of you guys stepping things up is what I can see. And you getting some sort of a home improvement. Like I said, it may be similar to mine, to where like when you get like a renovation loan. So some of you might be doing it. Oh, that's what I can see. I can see a lot of you Virgos fixing up an older property. I love doing that. I like older houses. I don't like new houses. I don't like them. The older, the better. In fact, I like Victorian homes. I like the Victorian homes. I like those older style homes. So I can see a lot of you possibly getting like an older home and maybe fixing it up or restoring it, which is actually pretty good. Okay. Hello. Hi, ZZ. Hello. So yeah, I can see a lot of you Virgos, getting some good news. And then also I feel like the Knight of Cups is bringing you some kind of comfort, because I feel like a lot of you have had quite a bit of trauma. So I can also see a lot of you purchasing vacation properties too. Okay, is what I can also see, like a vacation property. Okay. All right. Moving on to the Libras. 104.54. 104.54. Libras got the Six of Wands. So I'm going to have to do some clarifying around the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands, you would think that that would be a good card. But I feel as though some of you Libras, like what I can see is a lot of you Libras like kind of moving in with somebody like an older relative to take care of them, and you sort of putting off your home buying plans for like 6 months. I can see a lot of you Libras putting off your home buying plans. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can see a lot of you Libras putting off your home buying plans for about 6 months. Okay, which is admirable. Guys, I got a margarita. Cheers. I know y'all like, what in the world? That is freaking delicious. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I had to taste some of that. I love the salt around the rim. A lot of you Libras are putting off your home buying plans to take care of um, sick family members. I can see mental illness. There's a mentally ill person that you're taking care of, that you're looking after. Spirit, give me some clarity for the Libras. A lot of you are putting off your home buying or home moving plans. Clarify Six of Wands. Feel like you're putting it off for about 6 months. Yeah. Yeah. You guys got the Fool card in the reverse position, which means that it may not be necessarily the right path for you, because then you're going to have regret in the future. The Five of Swords comes up, and then the Eight of Coins. So I can see a lot of you Libras sort of putting it off, which, is fine for you to do that. But I feel as though it's possibly a lesson that you're going to end up having to learn, because I mean, time waits for nobody. You keep putting stuff off, and you're going to put it off forever. And then also another thing, I feel as though I do see you. I feel like a lot of you Libras are doing what you're doing, and it may have something to do with some kind of money that you're being promised, or some sort of will that you're being promised from whoever this person is that you're looking after. But I mean, I would be really, really careful with that. Putting things off for too long, because it seems like you've been putting stuff off for a while when it comes to your home buying plans. You got the Five of Swords right above this one from the other deck. So the Five of Swords comes up twice, and you really don't want to keep putting it off, is what I will tell you, is what spirits want you to know. Okay, but I do see a lot of you possibly, looking. I feel like if you put it off for like about 6 months, then I can see you guys looking into purchasing homes possibly like August of next year, because I feel like you're thinking, okay, 6 months, but it's going to take a little while longer, because there's going to be some energies that you're going to have to deal with. I can definitely see you doing something that you feel is admirable, you putting it off for about 6 months, and I feel like it's a mistake. I feel like you're gonna discover that it's a mistake that you're making. Okay, don't say I didn't tell you so. Okay, so if you guys come back and you wonder, why you made that decision to do that, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Okay. Moving on to the Scorpios. 109. We'll do 110. 110. Okay. Scorpios got the 10 of Swords, which means that a lot of you Scorpios, I can see that you were supposed to close on a house, but then your financing fell through. Something fell through. You thought that you had some sort of financing, or you thought you had it, but for some reason they went back on the deal, or either the sellers went back. I feel like a lot of you, give me that, give it here. A lot of you Scorpios were somewhere within the home buying process and something negative did happen. Let me ask Spirit to give me some clarity and advice for the Scorpios. Good grief, these same folks keep coming up. The friggin' Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and then the Empress. So you guys are going to get that financing that you need. Something happened with that other company, but you do need to stop telling this certain person, because for some of you Scorpios, I can see somebody contacting the places where you're applying. Somebody's contacting them somehow. Somebody's giving some bad information about you. It may either be your landlord or somebody at your job or something. Somebody's running their mouth too much. Somebody's saying something about you. But I do see an approval coming for a lot of you. It'll be soon. You just have to go and apply again. You'll be fine. Okay? Because I feel like something must have fell through. But I feel like if you, like, within the next few months, because I didn't do a certain time frame for this. So if you are a Scorpio and you deal with that, you definitely are going to get that approval, because the Empress came up, and the Empress says to me, prosperity, and then approval for whatever the loan is that you're trying to do. Because most people that are buying homes, they're usually looking to get some kind of loan. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm distracted by this margarita now. It tastes like ice cream. Literally it does. And I'm going to get up and go in there and make that baklava in a minute, y'all. All right. Moving on to the Sagittariuses. One, 13, 10. You guys got the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like I can see a lot of you Sagittariuses applying for mortgages within the next month and you getting approved. And then also I can see a lot of you getting approved after the first of the year. So again, you needed to, like, a lot of you Sagittariuses are kind of having the same situation as a lot of people. You made more money this year than you did the year before. And whether or not it's your job, it's through your job, because, a lot of them want to see a couple of years of tax history, or whether or not it's through another business. But you've got to wait until probably either after the first of the year, or either I can see you guys getting approved. That is Jacob up there yelling. Or I can see you guys getting approved within the next 30 days. Okay, so either in December or January, I can see a lot of you guys getting approved, especially in January. Okay. We're going to move on to the Cappies. don't know why Jacob is up there yelling for my son to come in there. This way, if you're thinking about buying a home, instead of listening to people that are just being negative, shouldn't you listen to me? Don't listen to your friends that are saying, "Oh, you ain't gonna, oh, you a woman. They ain't gonna never let you buy no house, woman. Go in the non-existent kitchen and cook something. Go in the non-existent kitchen and cook something, woman. You're not gonna buy a house. Sit down, woman. Sit down." All right, Capricorns, you guys got the Fool card. So Capricorns, be careful. Don't get involved in like predatory financing, which that's pretty much what they did. They cracked down on folks and stuff, and they cracked down on the mortgage industry doing predatory lending. But just stay clear of that. But I do feel as though a lot of you Capricorns are, I feel like I can see with the Fool card coming up, I can see you guys being approved within the next 3 months. But I feel like it's a matter of you taking the chance to do it. And then also a lot of you are going to be leaving your jobs. Okay? So a lot of you that have been on these jobs for a while, don't leave your job just now. Wait till you get approved for your mortgage and then leave your job. Then switch jobs, or then start your own business. Because a lot of you guys are thinking, okay, I'm going to start my own business, but I've been at this job for a while longer, and I know it's difficult, but I feel like you should at least stay there until you get approved for your mortgage, and then move on to another job or start your business. Okay, use your job that you have to your advantage. Clarify the Fool card for me. Oh Lord, now the kids is up there screaming. Up, see, you got the Fool again. Up, see, 10 of Wands. I can tell you having some issues on your job, and I can tell that you want to leave your job. But if you're trying to get approved on a mortgage, you need to stay there and kind of grin and bear it a little while longer. Okay? And try to do stuff while you're at work to distract yourself from the obvious bullshit. Or either just protect yourself. I can definitely see that. See? You can tell with the 10 of Wands. And then also a lot of you are dealing with oppressive family members too. And so the 6 of Swords comes up in the reverse position. So don't do anything like quit your job just yet. Wait till you get a roof over your head, and till you got another one lined up. Okay? Because that's probably not the best decision to do if you're trying to purchase a home. Have a friend, Gemini, looking for rent or apartment. We will be lucky to find him something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if y'all think renting is hard, try buying a house. Okay, we're going to do Aquarius. Oh my God, where is he at? And I thought Danielle was up there. Yeah, go stop him, please, from doing that. Kids acting bad. Okay, Aquarius has got the Lovers. So that means that there's still decisions that are being made. A lot of you Aquariuses are thinking about purchasing homes, but you are used to having things taken care of with the landlord. And a lot of you Aquariuses are just not quite ready. And if you are ready, I feel like there's still decisions being made. I feel like a lot of you Aquarius is possibly applied for mortgages, or you applied for financing. Spirit, give me some clarity on the lovers. Yeah, because I can't get a clear answer from that. Okay, you guys got the Four of Wands reverse, the Hermit reverse, and the Knight of Cups reversed. So I feel like there is some instability when it comes to your income. There's got to be some instability with the income. The Hermit in the reverse position. Yeah. Some relationship problems going on for the Aquariuses. So you guys are sort of still making decisions, and you're not really sure where to settle because of those relationship issues. You're not really sure where to settle. So that's why things are sort of like, I feel like a lot of decisions, I feel like a lot of things are up in the air for a lot of you Aquariuses. And then also a lot of you are not really trying to be sort of strapped down to a home like that at this point, because you don't want to go into buying a home single. That makes no sense. Okay. I can tell you right now that whether or not you are single or in a relationship or married, you are going to always need a roof over your head. So that's why I feel like there are some decisions that are being made, surrounding whether or not you should buy a home or not. And I used to think that same way too. I used to think that way. I don't want to buy a house until, is he playing in the water? Okay. I used to think that way too. I didn't want to buy a house until I got married and no, I feel like that's the wrong path. And so I can see that. I can see a lot of you that are unmarried, a lot of you that are not in relationships, and you're thinking, I want to be in a relationship before I do any of that. But, that makes no sense to me. So maybe that may be like your goal, but what if you don't meet somebody until you're in your 50s or 60s? What if you don't meet the one until you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s? And then what if you rush into a relationship because you figured I can't have the white picket fence until I have this relationship. And then when you get into a relationship, then that person doesn't make you happy, but you're stuck in a 30-year mortgage with somebody that is making you miserable. What about that, Aquarius? And why is it that every time you thinking about buying a house, this person, they're either an air sign Gemini, or they look like they're a Virgo specifically, or a water sign. In particular for you female Aquariuses, or you males, you don't have to be married to buy a house. You don't have to be. Okay? And if you go into it thinking, oh, I can't buy a house without a husband or a wife or whatever, then it's not going to go through for you. Okay? But according to you got to invoke your rights. You have every right as a single person to purchase a home. And if you know that and you know how stable you are, then what are you worried about? Like for me, for years, I was worried about buying a house. Oh my God, will I be stable? Will I not be stable? Yeah, you will. You'll be stable because you'll be stable. So, and then also with, like I was saying, I can see a lot of you, Aquarius, is possibly having issues getting financed because you're self-employed, and perhaps the property that you maybe you're making more money, or maybe you have to wait until after the first of the year when you file your taxes because you're self-employed. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is your first year, but typically they want you to be self-employed for at least 3 years. Some of them will accept 2 years, but most of them want you to be in business for at least 3 years before they will finance you. So some of you may be running into that issue as well, but I feel as though, you just have to be patient. You have to be patient, and you can't live too far into the future. Okay. You've got to, focus on the future and know that you're going to get there, but then calm yourself down while you're waiting. You have to be patient, and you have to, you know, you definitely have to think positive, because I feel like there's some negative thinking that is in here for a lot of the Aquariuses. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I can see for the Aquariuses, is the decision making. There's decisions being made, and you guys are probably going to have to wait until you file your taxes, because, especially if you're trying to purchase a vacation property or something like that, then a lot of times you have to make sure that you know, have enough money for all of that. Okay. Because, especially if you think you're not going to have it. So yeah, a lot of you Aquarius is really, really need to, stop thinking that way and stop limiting yourself, thinking that you can't buy a house because you're not married. You're right. Okay. Moving on, last but not least, the Pisces. You guys got the Star card. So a lot of you Pisces are buying your dream homes. A lot of you Pisces are looking. I can tell that you guys are buying your dream homes. I can tell that you guys are wanting some sort of luxury property. Kind of like what, myself, because I'm a fellow water sign, so I definitely have to be next to the water. And so I can see that you guys are doing that. And, I feel as though you just need to be patient, and it's going to come to you, closing on a house. Also another thing that I can see is that a lot of you Pisces, you found a fixer upper. You found yourself a fixer upper. You can see the potential in it, and you want it, and you've decided you're going to buy it. And it's probably because of the same thing, because there's something unique about it. Maybe it's the location. Maybe it's just something that you like about it. So I can see that also, you guys either looking at brand new homes, either looking to restore like a classic property, or looking to restore a property that is, I can see a lot of you guys looking at the Victorian houses, and, looking at dated houses that, may need some restoring done. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Uh-oh, did you use the restroom? You did. Yeah, she done went. All right, I'm gonna do some clarifying for the Pisces, and then I'm gonna get out of here. What messages do you give me? Some clarity for the Pisces. Also, a lot of you Pisces, you're leaving bad situations behind. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that you guys have either a slumlord that you're dealing with, or you may be leaving an abusive relationship or something, or you may have already left the abusive relationship, and now you're sort of you're doing your thing. But you can definitely see where a lot of you, especially those of you that are already in leases, A lot of you are trying to get out of your lease because you're tired. You're ready to walk away because it's like way too much stuff going on. What I can see is a lot of you Pisces having leaky pipes, pipes leaking, roof leaking, leaks, plumbing issues in your current house. It's not making you happy. And then you've also got some negative energy, bill collectors and stuff like that. You may have some debt that you have to pay, or maybe you need to work on your credit in some kind of way. You know, and so yeah, I can see that happening, but I do feel as though a lot of you are pursuing dream homes at this point. If it's not a dream home, it's probably your first time purchasing a home and you're trying to get out of renting, which is a transformation. When you go from being a renter to a homeowner, it is a totally different world. It is a totally different feeling. You feel different. You probably even look different when you own your own home because you're not underneath somebody. You see what I'm saying? Somebody that might be selfish, somebody that may be a slumlord. And then I can also see where there may be some things in your current place that are really hard to deal with. Stuff that you don't want to deal with as a renter or a buyer. So I feel like you're getting yourself out of that. And I feel like what you need to do, what the advice that the spirits is trying to give you is to, not to give up. Don't give up. Be determined and set yourself free from whatever that is from renting, because renting is nothing but highway robbery. Do you understand me? See, don't rent again. Don't rent. Don't settle for something outside of that. You need to stick with what you're trying to do or find some other avenue, or either do like the lease purchase program or something. Try to do something, or either pay off those old debts and stuff. Okay, Pisces? All right, guys, that's you guys' home buying reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up. And if you guys are looking at properties, or if you are looking at purchasing homes, you guys can contact me. I'm not going to make your roof leak. That was something personal. So I'll see you guys later. Okay. Love and light.